everyone, this is Amy. Welcome today to my channel. I am going to be showing you today a 3-layered flower. Very simple, of course. That's the my intentions with this part of my channel. I am working on some new stuff that I'll be adding to my channel here soon. So that's one reason I haven't been doing as many videos, but I'll be branching off into some other things and hopefully you'll like those. I am going to start with using a Amagic flat brush. It's a number 12, and a Amagic round brush. It's also number 12, and a fine liner by Wistonia. All these items are listed down below as affiliate links. You're welcome to purchase through. I'm going to be using yellow ochre, fresh foliage, red violet, teddy bear brown, wicker white, thicket, and tea berry. All those are FolkArt paints. They're a mixture of enamels and multi-surface paints. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to start with the red violet and the number 12 flat brush, dipping one side into the red violet, one side into the wicker white, and just doing a quick blending stroke. Now I know some people will ask about the loading. Typically the correct loading is either to put the paints side by side, do a sweeping motion in between, or do what I'm doing here, one side in each color, and doing blending strokes till you get paint 3/4 of the way up the bristle. However, I don't really do that. I just load my brush and go. So that's one reason I don't spend a whole lot of time showing you, because I'm not actually doing it the correct way, but I don't care. Alright, so on this I am just doing just a quick pushing the brush down and just doing quick movement. Just quick back and forth. And just keep going on. If you think you have enough paint in your brush, just continue on painting. And I'm trying to stagger these a little bit so that I have 3 blooms. Three very simple blooms, and I normally do about 5 petals. There's really, it's not a specific flower per se. You want to do more or less, that's up to you. Okay, so again, I'm just pressing down on the glass and just doing quick wiggle movements. Very simple. Alright, I'm going to use the same brush. Next I'm going to go into the tea berry and the wicker white again, doing a quick blending. Alright, and then I'm going to do the next layer. And I like to kind of start in between the petals. So these are kind of layered on top. In between the petals, if that makes sense. So here I'm just going in between, so I'm not exactly right on top precisely on the bottom layer. And we'll continue on here. Again, I did not clean my brush in between. I just added the color and continued on. And just remember too, the thicker you apply your paint, and not too thick, I don't mean like overdo it, but the thicker you apply the coat, the more durable it's going to be. So then I'm moving back, and with this process, if you want to do different size brushes, feel free to do so. I'm just minimizing the amount of brushes needed so that you don't have to have 25 brushes to complete this. You can do it with this one for the flower part, but if you want to do smaller, that's fine. Okay, so here I am going in between. I'm using the same colors as the bottom, but I'm actually switching them around so each layer looks different. And on this one, I can try to get in 5 or 6 petals. It's just whatever fits in. I'm just not particular about stuff. I'm really not when it comes to painting. I like it to be more free-flowing, not a lot of rules. Let me fix this one a little bit more. It's a little bit dark, but that's okay. Not a biggie. I'm just not putting as much pressure on the brush, so I'm keeping my little strokes smaller because I'm not putting the pressure down that I did on the first row. That's all it takes. If you want to go through here and do that again, you can do that. Fuss with it a little bit if you want it to look different. There you go. I'm happy with that. I'm going to put that aside. Then I'm going to get my fine liner. I'm going to stick it into my greens. Just kind of pull it, roll it, and pull it. That's just keeps it from being too thick when you come down here to paint. All right. And I will go over these some because I want them to be durable. Again, going back to the thicker is better. All right, and then I'm going to do just my little pulls out here from the stem. And I did 2 from this one just because this is kind of small down in here. Like that. Then I'm going to take this same little brush and just do my quick little pulls towards the stem. And this is just more like a filler branch, filler, leaves type thing. Kind of rotating the colors and the sizes because I don't want them to all be the same size. Makes them more interesting if they're not. If you have any questions or comments, please place those down below the video, and that's where you check out anything that I'm sharing down there as far as supplies, brushes, where you can buy them, that type of thing, you'll find underneath the video, so don't forget to look there. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if you have time. If you would share it, I would appreciate that also. There's a button underneath that makes it very simple to do. Alright, so with that, I'm going to move on to my round brush. I'm going to stick it into these colors that I'm trying. It's not anything difficult. So with this, I'm just going to push it down. I want to come back over it. And I just keep sticking it into the colors as I paint. So it's not anything difficult. I just keep going back over and loading it. You're just pushing down and you're pulling towards the stem. And it's okay to create the leaf petal and then go back over it. If you want to add more of a different color type of thing to it, it's perfectly fine. I kind of like to vary the colors a little bit just to give it some interest. And then I'll just come up here, add some more leaves, because as I've mentioned, I like leaves. They're very, I don't know, they make me happy. Alright, so with this, I'm going to go back to my fine liner, do the same thing I was doing before. I'm going to just come through here and add my little stems in to attach them to the main stem. They don't have to be real noticeable, or you can make them more noticeable if you want. I'm just using the liner brush. You can use your flat brush. It's very possible to do the lines with a flat brush. There you have that, just very easy. And then I'm going to just get my teddy bear brown. I'm just going to take the cap off. I don't want to pour it out. Still using the same brush. I haven't cleaned it off. I'm just going to come into the center here and just loosely touch the bristles to the paint. I'm not trying to make them dots or anything in particular. I'm just touching it in the center. That's all. And then I will come here with the yellow ochre and come back in here, adding some more. Again, just tapping it. Just tap, 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 tap. And then if you want it to stand out a little bit more, I would go back in, add in some white. I think I picked up some green in there too. But the white will make it stand out a little bit more. Or if you just like it the way it was, with the two colors, that's fine. Leave it that way. But here you go. Pretty and simple. Alright, once again, I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Prior to leaving, if you would take a moment to share this video on your social network with your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate that. Thanks again for stopping by, and until the next time, please stay safe and healthy, and you have a good one.